Leto, and I'm Business Development Manager here at NETRONIC. Some of you may know me. Some of you may not have worked with me yet, but I work with Martin, and today we're also joined by Martin. Martin's in the background, also co-organizing the event. We have a couple of speakers today who are going to present their products. So welcome everyone. I'm really glad that you guys are able to join us today. And I wanted to kind of start early. I know not everybody who signed up are here yet, or we're also waiting for one more panelist of ours. But I thought we'd start in time. I'll just do a quick introduction about the event, about what's in store for us today and in the coming days. If you have any questions, I think you guys are all on mute. If you guys have any questions, we have a chat function. So I suggest you send some of your messages there so we can read it and answer it eventually. So today will be a very short session. The idea is just to get this introduction out and also a short presentation from each of our panelists or partners. So quick background about the event. So what is the Business Central Manufacturing Exchange? So this is kind of an idea that I came up with. And the whole idea came from speaking with other partners around the world, speaking with customers. And I noticed that there are a lot of customers who are kind of new to Business Central, new partners also entering the industry. And a lot of them are asking like, oh, we know you guys do visual scheduling, but if I have a customer who needs shop floor, who needs this type of ISV solution, or maybe you know somebody or you could recommend somebody. So it all came out of these kind of questions. So I kind of thought that maybe bringing together ISV partners who kind of focus on manufacturing on Business Central would kind of be an interesting type of event, because I already knew that there are these type of partners, new customers who are interested in getting to know what's available for them. So the idea is for this to become an online event series specific for BC manufacturing ISV. So kind of to showcase what's out there. Obviously that means that it has to be manufacturing centric. Like the ISVs have to have these solutions that are manufacturing centric. So the idea is that us as ISVs can work together to leverage, each other's strengths. Obviously, there are ISVs who make solutions for different parts of the whole manufacturing chain. And obviously, yeah, just to be a showcase event for the different ISVs here, and obviously for the audience to know what's available. So we identified potential topics, and kind of obviously, AppSource is there. You can find a lot of solutions out there, but in terms of like streamlining it, getting to know who exactly are the ones behind those apps, so that's a different question. So we looked internally, we looked at some of our partners, some of the people we worked with, some of the people we met also through directions and other events, and we came up with a list of partners we've now invited to do this event with us. So we have someone from Inside Works, we have Mark, we have Liam from Clever Dynamics, we have people also from 2Increase, Navexa, Printvis, and Softera, each of who will be presenting today shortly their solution. So this is kind of like the agenda for today. I was just supposed to talk for a few minutes, and then I'll hand it over to someone else. As I mentioned in the beginning, this is an event series, and hopefully you saw some of our ads and some of our the registration link as well was kind of clear on that this is just a kickoff event. So the idea is to kick off the series, and part of that series would be other webinars. So this will be the kickoff for a shop floor webinar, for a warehouse management webinar, and an industry vertical webinar. So there will be 3 more events for 3 different dates, and hopefully after you see introductory presentations today, you'd be enticed to attend those webinars where we have the same, or we have panelists from these different ISVs who will talk more in depth about their solution. So hopefully you enjoy this event and sign up for our other events. So without further ado, I'd like to hand over the right to present to
We hand over the right to present to Bent from Navexa now.
Bent. There we go. Yeah, make presenter. Sorry. Yeah. So Bent, when you're ready.
Yeah, I will. I'm just. Okay, Bent, you're now sharing your screen. You can, or I can unmute yourself. Bent, you need to unmute yourself. We can't hear you.
Yeah.
Yes, now
You can hear me now.
Yes, perfect.
Can hear you perfectly.
So you see my display and you can hear me.
Yes.
Perfectly.
Welcome to this short Navexa presentation. My name is Bent Korsgaard. Sorry, I can talk for 10 minutes about our solutions. I can talk 100 minutes or even 600 minutes or even more, but today we'll stick to the 10 minutes. Navexa produces manufacturing solutions for Business Central. And we call ourselves a leading IT solution provider. We work only in logistics and manufacturing, and we make apps which extend the core function in Business Central, or in the early days in Dynamics NAV. We have been around since 2008. Today we have 4 applications. We have what is called a CAT Connect solution. You will see more of that. We have our crown jewel, our shop floor. We have an item planning solution. And we have something we call make to order. I will tell you a little bit more about that. All what we make is Microsoft certified and approved for Microsoft AppSource. We think it's nice and quality applications. It's easy to get. We deliver for cloud installations. We deliver for on-premise installation. And we have an idea that it shall be easy to get started with our apps. So what we have put into each of the applications or solutions is a comprehensive setup to custom tailor the solution to what the customer wants. So we can reduce the need for additional development or programming. Currently, we have customers in 15 countries, and they are working in metal, electronics, wood, plastic, and more. And we have company sizes which varies from 30 to 300 people. And they work in many different industries, discrete manufacturing, make to order, a little bit project oriented, and so on. After 15 years of development, our continued development today is basically what the customers want. And the way we do it is that we always put customer requirements or good ideas, we put it into our standard application. In that way, all customers benefit from other customers' good ideas. So we say simply applied but rich functionality. We have what is called a CAT Connect solution. And this is one of the things which you could say is missing in the Business Central, because all manufacturing companies have a CAT system or PLM system or product data management system. And when they have that, we have the need to be in an easy way to be able to transfer these data to our Business Central, so they become production data. So what we have, to put it short, is that we connect to SolidWorks, Solid Edge, all the Autodesk products and so on. And in an easy way, we make available an application for the production engineer where he is able to configure and model and create manufacturing data the way he wants to produce the products. And when he is happy and with all the work he has done in one display screen, then he can pull the button and say create all these production data. So what we have here is that a saying from one of our customers, manufacturing data creation now only takes a fraction of the time it did before. Then we have that was the CAD Connect. Then we have an item planning. And if we talk about inventory availability or projected availability, item availability in Business Central, it's almost hopeless. So we have built a solution which we call item planning. And we say that it's the ultimate tool for the overview of item availability on bill of materials, items, orders, some fancy functions about critical items, and not to forget item shortage analysis. And item shortage analysis is very important these days when a lot of companies suffer from supply chain disruption and so on. And so here we have a nice tool with so with very few clicks can get you the answers you need to make proper decision. So that was the item planning. And we have our crown jewel, our shop floor. And you all know that the standard PC, when you create a production order, what you can do is that you can print piles of papers, material picking list, routing sheets, labor tickets, and a lot of other stuff. We have taken this a step further, and basically we have built a MES tool or manufacturing execution system we have built here for production planning and operator self-service at the shop floor. Ultimately, it can be operated paperless. We put weight on this, that our solution is 80% operation management, and but we, of course, we also do all the data collection, so we can get a good foundation for later analysis. This is shop floor management, it's execution, self-service operator execution. We collect a lot of data, and as an option, we can deliver what is quite naturally could be a time and attendance solution also. And if you are not satisfied with our planning solution, then you could get the graphical planning from NETRONIC, for instance. They go very well hand in hand. So what it's all about is that you get valuable real-time order status and self-service operator operations. Then we have a make-to-order application, and probably you know all that if we have production orders in Business Central and it is running or it's active, then it's very hard to change production order due dates. We have changed that. So basically we do the impossible in Business Central. We can, on the fly, we can change the due dates and recalculate all material and capacity requirements. What we say here is, or our customers say, is that it's a tool for rescheduling production orders in progress. We have customers all over the world. Our applications, last thing is that we are available in Chinese language. We are a Danish-based company, but right now we are in 15 countries, and we expect to expand even more over the next years. So that was basically the short introduction from Navexa, and here's a few contact information. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Ben. And yeah, if you guys want to see more of Navexa solutions, obviously the shop floor will be in the webinar on Thursday, so register for that and also attend. So next we have Rinaldo Torque from To Increase. So let me.
Yes.
Yep.
Good afternoon, everybody. Let me see if I can get it. Normally we are used to work with Teams, so please bear with me. Show screen. Do you see my screen?
Yeah,
Your
we
screen's
can,
already.
Yes, we can see this. Select PPT.
Right. You still can see my screen, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome everybody. Nice to meet you, everybody. It's my first time to attend. Well, but NETRONIC, although I'm not that long with the company, with To Increase. So I would like to start to introduce myself and the company. We have, as a company, have a quite long relationship. We have also several solutions on Business Central, and besides that, we have also our own F&O division. But for now, I would like to tell you a little bit more about Business Central. My name is Ronaldo Tork. I'm the partner account manager for To Increase. We are a Dutch ISV based in Veenendaal, it's almost the center of the Netherlands. And we we help our customers.
Rinaldo, sorry to interrupt you. We still see from your screen your browser, like connected to GoToWebinar. It would be really good if you, at the bottom of your screen, click on the PowerPoint icon if you share PowerPoint.
Yes, indeed.
For that sort of interruption.
So I have two options. It says present in Teams or share. I suppose it would be share, right?
Yeah, share screen.
Share. Let me check if that goes now. That is share email. Well, it only gives me the option to present in Teams, Microsoft Teams.
You're sharing right now your screen, so we can see your browser.
Yeah, you just need to open the
PowerPoint.
PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Sorry? Open the PowerPoint. Okay. Show screen. Do I have to click something in Go Webinar, or can I click on the PowerPoint?
Yeah, click on the PowerPoint, please.
Okay, so I start slideshow. Can you still see it?
No.
Still the same, yeah.
Can't see. Let me see if I. Let's see.
I think if you just click on the PowerPoint, like no need to do anything else, just like as if you're going on your PowerPoint.
As if I'm scrolling,
or maybe maybe you have dual screen there.
I have double screen. That's correct.
So maybe we're seeing one screen, the one with the browser.
I've stopped the slideshow for my part. You can see my slides right now.
Still the same screen we're seeing.
Is that the beginning? The first slide?
No, we don't see the slides. We just see
just move the slide from the one screen to the other, please.
Okay. Let me see. Yeah, it's synchronized, so it's the same. Let me see if I can do something about this.
Maybe we go to the. Maybe we come back to you in a bit and
Yeah,
move on to
yeah.
the next presenter. Does
that would
Yeah,
be
maybe
great.
maybe
I will
Ronaldo,
send it
you change the setting that you, for the sake of this meeting, just have one screen, and in the meantime, we continue
Yeah.
with Softera.
Yeah, with Povilas.
Yes, and then
Okay, let's try it. Okay, can you see my slideshow?
yes, very well.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's go. Thanks a lot for inviting us here. So let me share some information about Softera Baltic, what we do, and who we are. We are, as many company here, we are pure business central company. We do not work with Exapta or other solutions. We are based in Lithuania, and we also have been founded in 2008 by people rich in background with NAV. And we're working just with Business Central, implementing it as core ERP system in Lithuania and around. And as well as we've been specializing in supply chain management for manufacturing and trade, basically for many years, and building competences and know-how around that. We are about 120 people up to date. And some of our partners or customers know us better as Soft4. So Soft4 is our global brand. And I've been with it around the world with few verticals like Soft4 leasing, factoring, property management. Softera Baltic as itself is focusing more on local market and around, mainly working in Lithuania and as Baltic countries are small, so very often we have customers who are based at least in all three countries, or sometimes in Nordic as well. And we're helping them with manufacturing and retail, wholesale solutions as well. So we're focusing on those industries, and we've built both vertical and horizontal solutions out of the box, and happily to us, we're working more and more on developing, focusing on developing products. So as from other partners, NETRONIC as well, solutions most often are suitable out of the box with minor or zero customizations. So support either direct customer or partner is really easy, right from the pre-sale up to post-go live support. We have built easy and flexible model to onboard our partners and customers fast. And if someone is interested to become a partner, we offer attractive model for that. So of course we are both on-prem and SaaS, and this is the part of our solutions available in the AppSource. I will show the most relevant later on. Of course, we are fully localized the solution for Lithuania, but it's not so important. I would like to talk more about trending solutions, right? So pandemic pushed a lot of our already existing customers in manufacturing and in trade right into e-commerce. So of course, because of that, we built e-commerce solutions, Softera e-commerce marketplace. So e-com solution is a set of open APIs ready to fully integrate the bidirectional way with eShop. We started with PrestaShop. Of course, we did other integrations because they are quite easy, and we get all real-time data on stock levels, pricing, and items information. The same Softera Marketplace, the integration with Amazon and Etsy. Somehow our customers are not very happy with eBay, so we don't have much of those integrations. Amazon, it's much more popular, especially for both B2B and B2C as well, among our customers. Another solution is warehouse management solutions of Softera WMS. Of course, it's based on portable scanners, barcode, QR code scanners, most often to fully automate your operation, optimize worker speed, productivity, and storage space. Of course, all the algorithms are here. If you need, if you have, let's say, date-sensitive goods with short lifespans, FIFO, FIFO methods can be applied to this solution. So it really helps to avoid to have less human error and to handle faster both your inbound and onbound warehouse operations. So I've implemented, I know how many products already, I know 40, 50 at least in Lithuania or more. For our manufacturing or trade customers as well. It works well if customer have one or multiple warehouses, central warehouse with, let's say, warehouses in each shop or other countries. It works really well together with Business Central. And of course, all those solutions are available both on-prem and SaaS. So another solution that comes hand in hand with warehouse management very often, it's automated demand-driven inventory management and planning. No matter final goods or your raw materials, it is based on dynamic buffer with some theory of constraints calculations, where the system tracks your data and recommends when to order and what to order in what amount. So our customers report that usual return on investment of this solution is about half a year. So the system helps to avoid out of stock and overstock operations, permitting to have more to unfreeze your operating cash. Of course, if you have 1-2 SKUs, it doesn't matter much. But we have some customers who have 20,000-50,000 SKUs or more. Among our customers are really the biggest countries e-commerce company, which is working in 4 countries now, and they're using our warehouse and inventory management solutions already. If you want to know more, in the next week's NETRONIC event, our expert of the solution will speak about it in more detail. And we are happy to have a product which is suitable for our customer. It doesn't matter if it's a small user with an accountant using just for accounting or a big manufacturing company. It is automated banking statements import, so you don't need to import file. It is done automatically up to 4 times a day. It works with any European bank up to date. It's tested because it is using open banking protocol. And we already have international customers as a proof of concept, not only Lithuanians. So it not only automatically imports customer payments, but also recognizes it with predefined rules and might reconcile it and post it into your general ledger already. So it really helps to avoid some manual labor, some errors, and of course, in many cases, manufacturing customers. Sometimes if customer has big debt or late payments, you don't want to unload the next shipment for them. So it's also good, for instance, for warehouse to check quickly about the, let's say, customer payments aging in a real time. So this is it from my side. Thanks a lot. If you have more questions, feel free to contact NETRONIC directly about
Thank you.
some of these projects.
Thanks so much, Povilas. And yeah, we'll hear more from your solution on the 20th. So again, guys, I encourage you to check them out on the webinar on the 28th. So next up, let's welcome Liam. So Liam from Techman/Clever Dynamics.
Hey guys, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm just going to hopefully share my screen. Can you see anything yet or not?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I see the screen.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, let's go. So start slideshow. Hopefully you get a slide coming up. Okay, can you see the logo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So thank you very much, and thanks for your time, everybody, for joining us today. My name is Liam from Clever Dynamics. Like every other partner, we have grown over the last couple of decades as a BC partner, and about 7 or 8 years ago, we spun off a software side where we could see apps were coming down the line and reusable IP, and so we created some IP for the businesses that we worked in, which were all warehousing and distribution organizations. That's what we specialized in as a partner. And so we came up and created Clever Dynamics. And we believe what makes us a little bit different is that we've completed the journey. So we're going to improve for your customers when they place an order. We're going to help them on that all the way through to when they deliver that order, whatever it might be, either to another end user or another warehouse, wherever it's ending up. That's what we do. And we found and got frustrated that we wrote some IP, but then we had to go and find another app that did something else. And that probably didn't interact quite as well as we were hoping for, or if there was a problem with that, we couldn't fix it for our customers. So we have created a family of products that you can either buy one of, 2 of, 3 of, 4 of, or all of them. And they all do something a little bit different, but they eventually come through and create and complete the full journey from that order all the way through to delivery. So from the shop floor all the way through to the top floor to the customer's door is how we describe it when we're talking to people. So everybody says we're going to improve your efficiency or your customer's efficiency. I'm going to give you 2 or 3 examples of how we do that. And then obviously we'll go into a much more deep dive on the 28th or the 29th. But for example, with our Clever WMS Plus product that's down here, we have begun to add additional extra logic and intelligence into the standard, on top of the standard Business Central warehousing solution. So when you create a sales order on the system and it knows where that order is going to, what it then does is goes off and sees when we can either ship that product on our own logistics, and it will look at all the rules we've set. If an order's got to be on by 3 p.m. to be shipped by 5 p.m. If it's after that, it goes to the next day, or it looks at when you're going to be in that area. So it might be on Mondays and Wednesdays, you travel to Paris, for example. And so it would then say we can deliver that on that date, and it would give you the information. It would update the sales order, so it would have the expected delivery date on there, so that that operative can feed that information back, and that's all built in straight from the order. And you can create all the rules that we talk about today to be flexible, whether it's third-party transport you're using like DBD, FedEx, or whether it's your own logistics. It will start to improve that situation. It will allow you to plan your route. So it will go off into Bing. It'll look at all the areas it's going to. If your transport manager wants to change some of that, it'll allow them to. And then it'll go back and reorder it. It'll allow you to pick from the warehouse in a certain order. So you're loading the vehicle in the correct on, first on, last off type of process. It will take weight and size into consideration. So when it goes onto the vehicle, it will know if the weight of that vehicle can't cope and move it on to some additional transport. It will know about dangerous goods. So it will know that certain things can't be transported in certain vehicles. and we'll apply all of that for you within the system. It also allows you to have a little bit of a view of what's going on. So on each order that we're doing, you can see down the side, on the right-hand side, we've started to show where we are in the process, so people can see exactly where we're at. And then when we get to the warehouse and we begin to pick, well, that's really where we made a fundamental decision to do things a little bit differently. So we do everything real time. We don't wait for all the picks in the warehouse to be done on that one pick. If there's 150 items, for example, to be picked, that might take quite a while. Even with the route optimization around the warehouse that we've built in, it would still be a long time. And we want the system to be updated immediately. So every time there's a pick, it goes back to the system and says the quantity has now changed in that bin, rather than waiting until it's picked all 150 items. So everything is real time. It was one of the key design points we had. Everything's real time, everything is accurate, and so everyone trusts the data they're seeing. We have clever containers that allow you to dump multiple items, either in a box or a pallet or any type of container. And then when they're in there, everything within that container moves when you scan it. So makes receipting in and out a lot quicker. It also allows you to do things like stock locations and getting rid of your older stock first, because it's going to push the operative who's picking to the right container to get the oldest stuff first. So those are some of the little areas that we've built in to make everything a little bit quicker. We have the ability to have flexibility to create your own choices on this. So we could say we want to pick by zone, as you can see on here. So we have a customer that has guttering around their building, all different lengths. We want to pick from the zone that has all the big items first, because we need a special vehicle for that, rather than going back and forth. So it will pick zone by zone, so everything is done in the most efficient way. We also have voice interaction. So if the picker in the warehouse has a headset on, as well as their handheld device, it will say to them, as soon as they pick one item, now go to zone 3 or shelf, whatever it might be, and it will take that and go from text to voice automatically. And so they don't have to look at their device and see where they have to go to next. It's telling them in their ear. So we're trying to shave off seconds off each pick that we do. And over the course of a week or a month with multiple people picking, we save a lot of time. And even with setting our devices up, we try and make that as quick and easy as possible. You get a new handheld scanning device, like one of the scanning guns. It will generate a barcode for you from the system. And as soon as you scan and point the gun at that, it points it straight to that BC instance, and you're up and running. So you don't have to spend a lot of time every time you get a new gun or a new scanner to configure it. We know people in warehouses move around quite quickly, and they have maybe a certain skill set. They don't want to play around with IT. So we make it as easy as possible, and we remove the excuses. And so those are just a few examples. We'll go through many more on the more in-depth demo that we do later on. But we've set out that we have a set of integrated apps that work together. So we're going to take the whole process and handle it for you if you need that much. It's fast and quick to set up. It's proven. We have lots of references. We have lots of people using this. We have partners now across Europe selling this as well if you need additional help. They're extensible. We're a technically led company. And we have, as you'd expect, a great margin on that and competitive flexing. We use device licenses in VC, so you don't have to put full fat licenses on. So hopefully that gives you an indication and a taste of what we're doing. And I hope I'm still within my 10 minutes and I can pass back to NETRONIC.
Perfect, Liam. Thank you so much. So Liam, the guys from Clever Dynamics will be presenting on the 23rd and the 28th. So hopefully you guys can see their solutions in action, more in depth. And next up we have from Printviz, Michael Bradley. So Michael,
yeah, I will set up Michael, and while I do so, I recognize that we get actually a lot of questions from participants. So thank you very much for this. I encourage you to type in more questions. We will not answer them here because this would just make this event too long, but I suggest that we send your questions to the people who present, and then they can get in direct contact with you because they can answer them better, and then you can engage in a more detailed conversation with them. So please continue to ask questions. Don't be frustrated when they won't get answered now. We will share them with the presenters, and then you get feedback from them directly. And with this, I shut up, and Michael, it's yours.
Hi, good day, everybody. This looks like my slide is going along without my consent here. Welcome, my name is Michael Bradley. I represent PrintViz. PrintViz is the print industry vertical specific solution for Microsoft Dynamics Business Central. We are a combined solution that serves every aspect of any kind of graphic industry. Sorry, I don't want it to keep going. So let's do this. So the print industry is a huge industry. In Europe, there are over 112,000 different print companies of all shapes and sizes, and that also includes over 650,000 individual employees. And as you all know, NAV, now Business Central, is used by over, I believe it's 120,000 companies around the world now. So 25 years ago, this is our 25th anniversary, PrintViz began as NovaVision software in Denmark. Denmark is our headquarters. We have offices around the world. But Microsoft acquired NovaVision in 1997. I'm sorry, 2002. And that became Microsoft Dynamics NAV. So our core product is originally born in Denmark, and it was built inside a proven ERP system. So we provide the management information system. We're the print MIS built inside Business Central's ERP functionality. So we provide the functionality that any kind of print company needs. That print as a discrete manufacturing industry has a lot of commonalities. So, but it's also very specific. Print has almost a unique job with each order. So there are repeat orders, but for the majority of jobs, whether it be posters or pocket folders or magazines or newspapers, each run is a discrete production, and that requires a lot of specific functionality. So PrintViz gives that to print companies. We provide your estimating and quoting. The core of the system is very powerful in its functionality of calculation. And then through into production management, inventory management, shop floor management, all of the things that you know come with plain Business Central, but we have built our print-specific functionality into that to create a seamless combined system. So it eliminates the need for companies to have an additional accounting package, such as they can drop QuickBooks, etc. So we were founded in '97 in Denmark. We focus exclusively on the print and graphics industry. We have 8 offices in Europe and Asia and North America. And we work specifically through a partner network. Our goal has always been to develop a standard system. And now that everything has moved to the cloud and events, we have found that upgrades on a regular basis are quite easy. And we always are developing our graphics capabilities inside the basic ERP platform. So we let Microsoft do the hard work on the ERP side while we continue to develop things based on our customer needs and what we see as a growing desire from the print industry as it has evolved over time, such as with the advent of digital printing. We have we're actually quite a small company with only about 20 employees total. We're spread all around the world, again, headquartered in Denmark. And we now have over 350 installations in 42 countries around the world, and they range in all different sizes. So in South Africa, for instance, that's one of our largest implementations. There are hundreds of users in that one, but then our product can also serve a small print shop on the corner, a copy shop, we call it mom and pop here in the United States, with only 2 users. Here's a view of the roll center you might be familiar with, but see the interesting aspect of this is PrintViz is seamless. So when our implementation partners take on the print industry vertical, they have to learn the terminologies and processes that are involved in printing. while they implement, and they know the things from the Business Central side. So we work with partners on implementations. We try not to have any end customers ourselves. We do have a few because of the origins of the company. So back in the old days, we did sell directly, but now we are always looking for good partners, someone who's willing to take on the very promising print industry vertical. And I just thought I'd put this little slide into this. Is the NETRONIC planning board that we have incorporated into PrintBiz, and that's how we developed a relationship with NETRONIC. The print market is huge and diverse. So enterprise customers, we have over 250 users in some, and there are many packaging companies who have facilities all around the world. So when we have a large customer with such multiple facilities, we are creating customers for life around the world in multiple facilities. We also have the smaller types, as Business Central is perfect for your typical medium-sized companies, but also with the subscription model and be able to add and subtract users on a monthly basis. It doesn't matter if a company has only one super user, for instance. As you know, everything is moving to the cloud, if it's not already exclusively on the cloud, and we do still have some on-prem customers, but moving forward, we and our partners are selling exclusively cloud to the point where the term is almost going to be redundant. We don't even need to say cloud. It's going to be a given that the implementation is cloud-based. We have multiple integration possibilities. We are JDF certified and a member of SIP4 for over 15 years. And I'll get into that when I present on the 30th, more about the print industry vertical. Examples of our partners, we have some who are a small division of a very large conglomerate, such as KPMG in the UK. We have an implementation partner in Canada, Sabre Limited, who they have one division of their company handling PrintViz. And then there are others, such as Yprint in the US and Rainbow in the Netherlands, who are solely focused on pursuing customers in print. And that is all. I'll be happy to answer any questions. Otherwise, I'll be happy to see you all on the 30th when I discuss the more details of the print industry vertical and why it's very valuable to consider pursuing print and become a PrintBiz partner.
Thanks so much, Michael. Yeah, so as Michael mentioned, we have an industry vertical webinar on the 30th, so I hope you guys can attend that. And if you're interested, obviously, to learn more about the industry and the PrintViz solution, then Michael's going to be there to talk more. Next up, we have Mark Hamblin. So Mark now presenter. Take it away, Mark.
Excellent. Good morning, everyone, or afternoon, I guess. I'm coming to you from Western Canada here, so it's a little earlier for me. Hope everybody is doing well today. And what I wanted to cover off today is a little bit about InsightWorks. So InsightWorks, we've been around for about 10 years now. You know, we started with NAV back in 2009, building, you know, ISV add-ons, and prior to that, we had a little, you know, VAR business where we would do implementations, but we really transitioned to more of the add-ons in the ISV space. We actually started working with Business Central before it was even called Business Central, back when it was Project Madeira. And our first app for that was actually in 2017. I think we were the 11th app on AppSource for Business Central at the time. So we've been working with it for quite a while now. We work in North America, of course, that's where we got our start. We have an office in Europe, and we have a number of partners now in Europe reselling the solution, and a lot of customers growing out in Europe as well. And you can go to the website and have a look there at sort of our coverage. Now, that's who we are. And what we do really is to cover off all, oops, that slide, I don't know what the heck happened there. So what we do, as soon as the slide starts, which it doesn't want to, there we go. what we do is we cover off really all the gaps within Business Central. So we work everywhere from procurement, like doing some of the planning and the forecasting, through receiving and the warehouse, all the way through even some reporting and things like that. You know, we don't actually do payroll anymore, but we do have the time and attendance capabilities to help feed the payroll solution. So really any of the, you know, sort of gaps that you might be struggling with in Business Central, we quite likely have a solution for it. So what are those solutions? So this is a quick overview of our apps that are available. The majority of these are available on AppSource, and some are for on-prem. So we do support, you know, on-prem and cloud. Our focus moving forward, of course, just like Microsoft is, you know, the cloud environment, but we support the on-prem as well. Now, what we're going to be focusing on in the next two sessions is a little bit on the manufacturing and distribution side. But again, I'll give you some links at the end. You can check out if you want to have a look at any of the other apps that we have available as well. And one of the other things I like to mention are some of the free applications that we have available for the cloud version of Business Central. So, you know, the most popular things like the Print Node connector. So that's, you know, it's a free tool. You sign up for Print Node, but if you need cloud printing for your SaaS environments, that's a great tool, right? Free, plug it in, and you can now do cloud printing. We also have direct printing coming with that soon as well. We have a little tool, import-export power tool, really for you know, for the VARs that are doing you know, data migration, you know, doing implementations. Just makes it a little easier than Rapid Start. A minor little tool, but it's nice to have. This was on my Buso for years, and it was, you know, always in the top 100 apps for download. So we just moved it to Business Central recently as well. Barcode generator. So if you want to generate data matrix barcodes or those sorts of things, now, you know, you can do some of that natively in Business Central, but this makes it quite portable between on-prem and cloud. Now, anyway, those are some of the little power tools that we have. But some of the more interesting ones, Doc Extender, drag and drop document management. So it's free, just drag and drop your documents into Business Central. It links them or stores them in SharePoint, so attaches. Ordership Express, I won't cover here, that's North America only right now. The Wms Express is an important one for when we get into you know, the session on the warehouse management and inventory management. So it's a free warehouse management solution. You can install it. It's, you know, 5 or 10 minutes to get up and running. And you can now do barcoding within Business Central. And there is a video, again, I'll give you some links at the end, a video online you can use to go in and actually see how that's set up and how it works. And it is completely free. There's no cost at all for that guy. All right, now, and that's actually this one here. So let me go over just a few of the apps that we're going to be covering off, you know, in the next two sessions. So one of them is this Wms Express. And really, it focuses on the key things that you need, you know, in a warehouse, whether it's a small retail operation or a parts room or full advanced warehousing location. We focus on, you know, the picking or shipping, the receiving, the stock takes or the inventory counts, and the bin-to-bin movements, right? So those are the four things that we really focus on. And if that's all you need in a warehouse management solution, you know, the core things, then Express, again, free, easy to set up and use, and away you go. All right, now if you need something more, that's when we get into the Warehouse Insight, which gives us a lot more capability around, you know, how we manage that warehouse, how we execute picks, you know, how we do license platings, combining multiple items into a single pallet or box for inbound or outbound processing. All of those sorts of things are now available, you know, in the sort of subscription version, the full Warehouse Insight. And we'll be covering this off again in one of the newer sessions. And it runs on Android and Windows, so that's a nice advantage. I mean, Windows is pretty much dead now, but there are a lot of customers that they come to us and they still have a number of legacy Windows devices that they'd like to make use of in their environment, and we can run on those or run on the Android devices, whether it's you know, tablets or handheld scanners or whatever it happens to be. And we integrate directly with Business Central, all real time, quick and easy to set up, and you know, we're up to date with all the new, well, painful things in Business Central that we're faced with, like, you know, the OAuth and the OData and all those things that they're pushing out. All right, The other thing that we'll cover a little bit is the integrated shipping. So Dynamic Ship is the tool that we use for managing the shipping. So with the Warehouse Insight and Wms Express, that allows us to pull product into the warehouse, to manage it when it's in the warehouse, and then we need to get it out the door. And we have the ability to do, freight, so truckload type shipping, or parcel shipping. So we have a number of different carriers available globally. So the common ones are UPS, FedEx, but we have, all sorts of local carriers available as well, DHL, those sorts of things, the larger guys. And what that allows us to do is go out, retrieve the rates and the shipping labels online, right through Business Central, place them on the packages, manage the package level details, all of those sorts of things, so that you can ship your products. All right, so the shipping management here is pretty significant. Now, it says over 100 carriers. If we talk about the LTL, so the truckload type shipping, we have well over 300 carriers available globally for integration with Business Central. And all of those carriers go down at any cost within Dynamic Ship. They're just available for you out of the box. All right, now the last one here is the shop floor data collection. I believe this is what we'll be talking about in 2 days. So along with shop floor data collection, I won't get into some of the other products here, but the shop floor data collection allows us to capture, labor, consumption, output, quality measures, all of those sorts of things from an interface within the manufacturing environment. And that also allows us to do time and attendance, so we're able to capture the clock in, the clock out, summarize that, figure out what the payroll rules should be, and send that information to a payroll system if required. It works with barcode scanners. That's our preferred mechanism. So you scan, people scan in and scan out, but it can be paperless as well. We provide dispatch capabilities where, they can use a touch screen to tap on, clock off, and those types of things. We support production orders, jobs, service orders, fixed assets, and non-productive codes. So we can really capture anything that occurs in the shop floor. Maintenance, if a piece of equipment goes down, we can capture that maintenance activity and block that machine from scheduling. The non-productive time, like breaks or cleanup or first aid or whatever types of activities people need to perform on the shop floor, we can handle from within Shop Floor Insight. So again, we'll cover that off in a couple of days, and then the warehouse management apps, I think, will be in the session afterward. All right, so there's a number of other apps I can go through, but in the interest of time, let me just give you some links if you're curious about what you might see in the next few sessions. You can go to our website and look at apps, and that'll be a listing of all the applications we have available. And there's demo videos on pretty much every one of those applications there. And the knowledge base, and if you're looking for recommendations for scanners and things like that in your warehouse, we have an online shop for that as well. All right, with that, I think that's all for me.
Thanks so much. Thanks. Yeah, that was a lot, and yeah, as Mark mentioned, he'll be presenting 2 products, one on the 23rd and one on the 28th. So hopefully you guys can attend those. And yeah. Next, Rinaldo. Yeah, now I can see your slides, but I think you're on mute.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me see. Let me start. Well, thank you again for bearing with me. Well, as I said, my name is Ronaldo Torca. I'm the partner account manager for To Increase Business Central division. We are a company from the Netherlands, and we are divided in 3 verticals of solutions. So my colleague Adrian Cardol is the specialist on our IAM solution. Our IAM solution is for companies that work with design to order, build to order kind of industry. As you can see, he has quite a background and quite knowledgeable on best practices on that area. Well, our organization has founded 15 years ago. We are over 200 people. We have customers worldwide. and we have a hybrid portfolio of on-premise and cloud solutions. Our route to market is strictly and only through partners. Our mission statement is helping our end customer with the digital transformation way, making sure that with standardized solutions, with best practices, that our solutions are implemented as easy and as fast as possible. And of course, we are working strongly together with end customers and our partners to make sure that we, well, our development on our solution is based on the current needs from the market. So we build solution that matters. If you look at the quick glance on our portfolio, my colleague Adri will speak in the next session more in depth about our industrial equipment manufacturing and production engineering stack. Besides that, we also offer food manufacturing and distribution for Business Central and Navision. We have our own Anywhere enterprise mobility solution and a top-role business integration solution that helps integrate application databases, not only within the company, but also outside the company with vendors and suppliers. We like to present ourselves and position ourselves as a one-stop shop so that we can cover as much possible the demand of end customers. If you look at our industrial equipment manufacturing, how do we help our customer? With our industrial equipment manufacturing solution, we provide a real-time insight of the processes so that customers can make, based on that real-time information, their decision in, of course, this dynamic world that we're currently living in. So they can adapt at every kind of changes in their current market. Besides our IEM solution, we have the product engineering solution, and if you can break that down in 3 parts, it's quality management. So production that is provided by suppliers will be checked. Also, internal process can be checked before the products will be leaving the company, or the fabric, the manufacturing, it will be checked, but also products that have been sent back can be checked. So number of steps our quality management solution covers. Of course, item stages and engineering change management is also part of that. And our replication management that helps making the connection with all kinds of PLM systems, from which SolidWorks and CATIA are provided out of the box. And we have templates for Windshield, Autodesk, and Siemens. Well, a little bit about our Anywhere solution. Well, it's a solution that is well, agentless and suitable for every kind of mobile device. It basically opens Business Central on your mobile device, and we have some process that's out of the box that we can provide to support the processes within the customer, like a logistics, sales, and service module. Of course, we can help build any other template that is needed. And last but not least is our business integration solution. So as I mentioned, it's a solution that helps make the connection not only within the company, but also outside the company, from which we also have an EDI studio. Currently, we have formalized an agreement with Kinetic, so that we can make a connector to their services, to their EDI services out of the box. So this is, in a nutshell, what we deliver on products. Those products will, and solutions. Those products and solutions we also support with our own services department, so we can help our partner in cases if training is needed, implementation assistant, project management, etc. And of course, as I mentioned, we like to work very closely with our partners. So if there is a certain need within the market that we cannot address currently with our solution, we're always open to set up a collaborative development initiative to make sure that we can provide that specific need out of the box within our solutions. So if there are any questions, please let my colleague Adri meeting solution. That would be the job management solution. It will be based on IAM, but with new architecture. So it will be based on universal codes, and it's fine-tuned and enriched with new features. So yeah, please keep tuned for June 30 so that he can tell you a little bit more in detail about the solution. If there are any questions, please feel free to drop me a line, an email, and I will make sure that I address them. Thank you very much for your time.
All right. Thank you, Ronaldo. So thank you all the panelists who presented today. As we all were saying the whole day, this is just the beginning. This is the kickoff, and there'll be more presentations for you to see. If you like some of the presentations here, do attend the webinars, but at the same time, we have this session recorded, and at the same time, we'll also try to get copies of the PowerPoints, the slides that were presented today, and send them to all the attendees who are here right now. So again, thank you very much to all the panelists, and thank you to all the attendees who took some time to come to the event, and hopefully we see you on the upcoming webinar. So we'll be sending some reminders, some emails about the information for those of you who have not registered yet. So Martin, anything you want to add, Martin? Or...
No, thank you very much. That was, I think, an awesome start to a new event series that we now do the first time, and most likely will do again towards the end of the year. Again, thanks to everybody who participated today and will participate in the next couple of days. We will get out a blog post towards the end of the week summarizing the results and the presentations and the content from today. And yeah, we will send out an email with details for the follow-up events, and also make sure that those questions that were asked and not answered today, that we will send them to the presenters so that then you guys can get in direct contact with each other, because none of the question was directed to us. We are just the facilitator of this event, and we want to make sure that those who attended, that you get the answer, the right answers from the right people. So we will get you in contact later today or tomorrow. And with this, Lawin, thank you very much for having the idea to do this. I think this is an awesome idea. Thank you very much for organizing it and putting it together. And we meet together in 2 days again for one of the detailed events, right?
Yeah.
So
thank you so much, Martin, and thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.